Hi guys, Namaskara and hello. So, I'm so excited to do this haul with y'all. Sorry about the hair, I just washed my hair and I'm loving the curls actually. It's so pretty. Like for the longest time, I had uh very weird hair texture. Like it would be straight up till here and then it would curl. And then I got it straightened and now finally all my straightened hair is gone. This is all natural, all me, all my curls, and I'm loving it. So apologies for the look. I just had bath, but I had to do a haul today because we are traveling to Uttarakhand. It's a small city, I think. I'm not sure of the population, but it's close to Katkodam. Like the location is amazing. So the last apology for the video. I'm in my laundry room because these kids are everywhere and screaming and watching TV. So I'm trying to get away from them to do this quick haul. So I had no plans of purchasing anything in Delhi Hat. Like if you've seen my previous vlog, I explained. I think I talk about it. So basically, for two reasons. One is we're kind of broke. I've spent all the extra money that we had on Sarojini Nagar and Noida Hat and Hunar Hat and all that. So I didn't have any plans of buying anything. And secondly, we also don't have like I feel like I've already exceeded the baggage limit to go back on the flight. So I didn't want to add on any weight. But yeah, on the contrary, this I think was my most expensive haul, most expensive shopping. But I will also tell you all why I had to buy the things that I bought. And I'll explain. So as soon as I walked into Delhi Hat, the first thing that I purchased was there's always been a leather shop at the entrance. Again, I've showed it in my previous vlog as well. On the left side, as soon as you enter Delhi Hat, there's always been like a permanent shop and where they sell leather bag. This time I really wanted a leather bag, even though it was not on my list because every time I have gone to that shop to find out how much those bags cost. It's always been 2.5K and above, so which is way out of my budget. So I went into the bag shop, and I mean, I felt bad also because they were kind of desperate to make sales. So, no, I didn't want to haggle with them too much, but then I have a budget to stick to. So I would just give it a shot, and if they agreed, then I would say, okay, then why not? So, win-win for both. So basically, I went into this leather bag shop, and like I said, every time I've gone there, it would be 2.5K and above. This time also, when I walked into the shop, he said I looked at this leather bag that I kind of liked. So I asked him if. So the first guy asked him if he would reduce the price, and he said he'll give it for 1,800. Then I was like, okay, let's just give it a try. And I said, will you give me that bag for 1,000 bucks? He said 1,000 is way too low because yeah, we don't. It's not. You can see the craftsmanship, blah blah blah, quality. It's buffalo leather and it'll last forever and things like that. Then I said okay. Then I said okay, let me look at a smaller bag, but I wasn't liking anything in the smaller bags. Then I just decided to walk out because why buy something that you're not going to use? So then he called me back and he said, okay, fine, give me 1,100. And I was surprised. I was like, okay, that's a really, really good bargain. And so finally, the bag that I picked up was, again, this is a little colorful, but I also liked it. This one. Yes, it does look like a laptop bag. I get it. But I think if you carry it off well, it'll really look cool, and I love the number of pouches it has. So it has one little one in the front, then inside it has one of these thingies, and then one zip on the side. And I love the color of the handle as well. So I'll show you all this when I wear it tomorrow. When I style it with my attire tomorrow. So that's my very first purchase and I'm so happy with it. And actually I'm liking the colors. I thought it would be too colorful. It's not as bright as it's appearing on the camera. In real it's a little more dull than that, which makes it less colorful. I love it. Yes. Now the next thing that I bought was, I'm just not going in the order of the purchases. I'll just show you randomly what I picked up. So next thing is something I again really 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 wanted, and they had this Ladakh festival going on in Delhi Hat. That was the last day. I did end up buying this singing bowl. Finally, I've always wanted a singing bowl. I wanted the one with the inscription on the chant printed on it, but those are made of a metal that is breakable apparently. And if you haven't seen this, we haven't, if you don't know what it is. So basically, you hold the chanting bowl up like this. It comes with a wooden stick. You just spin around this rim and it starts singing. It's called the singing bowl. And they use it, the Ladakhi monks use it in the mountains to chant with this. But it sounds so amazing, and just imagine what it would sound like in the mountains, in the open, or where it echoes and you're chanting, like maybe in a cave that echoes. The vibrations, it's supposed to be really, really good to cleanse the aura in the house and spread positive vibrations and things like that. Then the next thing I bought was, so my husband has forever been looking for a Narsimha statue, Lord Narsimha statue. That's their house god, and now mine. So it's our house god, and he's always been looking for a statue in bronze or copper or whatever. So and it's so difficult to find one. Lakshmi Narsimha statues are very rare, but I didn't find a Lakshmi Narsimha statue. There was an antique shop stall at Dilli Hat, so they had antique Narsimha statue, and he had only one, like one piece. There were millions of other gods and goddesses idols, from Ganeshas to Krishnas to everything that you wanted, Lakshmi's. But this, they had only one of, and one piece of it, and they didn't have any size bigger, smaller, nothing. What they had was what you would have to buy if you wanted it. But he had also kept it right like at the back, so all the things in the front were brass idols that which is manufactured and sent to him from Chennai. These, some pieces he had at the back of his shop close to where he was sitting, because these are all antique pieces and they don't want them to get stolen. Like when a lot of people come together, people have the tendency to flick things sometimes, so they don't want them to get stolen. So he had it right at the back where he was sitting, and it is an antique piece, guys, because we then googled it, my husband and I, and it is so rare to find. It's either sold out completely or it's super, super expensive. Like, I don't know, in dollars, I think it was some $600. It was listed on one website in dollars, and then there were several other sites, not several, a few other sites where it was available, and it was somewhere between 5K and 10K for a 6 inches idol. And this one, I think, is an 8 inches idol. I'll show you guys the idol. It's an antique piece, guys, and it's amazing. I mean, just look at it. That's the idol. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice. Let me try to focus. Let me try to show you the face properly. This is an antique piece. It's beautiful. It's about 8 inches. It's standing, one of a kind. This, I'm sure, is worth, yeah, at least 8 to 10K, if I'm not mistaken, maybe more. So I don't know what the date is like, but you can make, and it's solid. It is so heavy. I think it's about like 2 kilos. Yeah, it doesn't have any date or anything on it, but you can make out it's super old. Anyway, so this was, so he quoted me 3,800 for it. Yeah, 3,800 initially, and it was way out of our budget. And so I called Kaushik up and I said, listen, he has an idol, and yeah, so how desperately do you want it? Like, we have to swipe a credit card, so you tell me how far you're willing to go. We can only repay them next month. So Kaushik was like, yeah, basically he said, I don't know, but I really want it. And I shared pictures of it with him. So he was desperate to have it. So then I said, okay, let's just try and bargain. I thought a fair price for it. Not a fair price. Fair price is 3,800 is fair enough, actually. But what I could afford from our end, fair for us, was 2K. So that was our budget. So I told the guy that, I said, see, our budget is only 2K. That's almost half of what you're offering. But I'm sorry, we can't go any higher. So then I said 2K is too less. So then I said, okay, then it's okay, never mind. I thought, okay, might as well go to Bangalore and look for something cheaper, like instead of spending 4K. So then he called me back to the shop and he said, okay, the last price I'm willing to give it for is 2,500. So I said, that's also a little steep. Can you come down a little more? So finally we negotiated, and he came down to 2,250, which is like, again, a really, 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 really good steal. He was still making a profit margin. I'm sure these guys are, otherwise they wouldn't sell it to you. He would have just let me walk off. So win-win for all.